a change of heart, an epiphany, or perhaps divine inspiration.
And I saw a cross, an Indian cross in a store in Denver, a store called Kohlberg's back in those days. And I was so taken with the strength of that cross that I went and bought some silver and made a cross for myself, not copying it, but remembering the strength of this cross and trying to duplicate that strength in the cross, the first cross I made, which was one I wore around my neck. And some young guys in the Canterbury Club, which is a place where people met off campus between classes and was part of the church, saw this string around my neck, wondered what it was all about. And so I pulled it out and showed it to them, and they said, "Goodness gracious, you made that, Avery?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Could you make me one?" And I said, "Sure, I'd love to." And then somebody else said, "Well, make me one too if you're going to make him one." So I made a couple of them, gave them to him, and they were really taken with that. And I thought maybe I'd done something important for once in my life, and maybe I started giving that some thought.
Call it what you want, but James Avery discovered his true calling the summer of 1954. It was then, with not much more than a wing and a prayer, this former B-26 pilot, who flew 44 missions over Germany, decided to go into business for himself in his in-law's garage. James Avery, the teacher, would become James Avery, the craftsman. And it wouldn't be long before word spread about this man from the rolling hills who created distinctive, handcrafted jewelry.
In the first year, I worked by myself. Well, in fact, I worked the first 3 years by myself. I designed everything, sawed out everything, polished everything, and sold everything, and swept up the floor and so forth. But also, I was making some furniture. I wasn't really sure when I started. It would be all jewelry. I knew I could make jewelry, but I knew also I could make furniture. And so I made some pieces of furniture and sold them. And this is one of the reasons I call myself a craftsman. So I decided to call myself James Avery Craftsman. But I found out very quickly that it took less time to make a piece of jewelry than to make a piece of furniture.